A crew of fishermen were out in the middle of the ocean, casting their nets to catch crabs, when suddenly a massive dinosaur erupts from the water. It takes a huge bite out of the crab cage and ends up dragging the entire ship under the surface. But why did this happen? Let's find out as the story begins. It has already been 4 years since dinosaurs entered human society. Although dinosaurs are now a familiar sight to people, humans and dinosaurs living together is still a major challenge. As dinosaurs have spread across various parts of the world, they have now entered the black market, where people are buying and selling them as commodities. This situation is completely destroying the rules and order of society. To control this situation, the American government grants special powers to capture dinosaurs to a massive international company called BioSyn Genetics. Their boss, named Cook, has created a dinosaur sanctuary in Italy's Dolomite Mountains for his own profit. His plan is to use the unique immune systems of dinosaurs to create new types of medicine. The company tells everyone they will use dinosaur genes for the good of humanity, but most people don't believe them. However, Boss Cook couldn't care less. He teams up with Dr. Wu to create a terrifying species of locusts using prehistoric genes. These locusts are massive, breed incredibly fast, and are very hard to kill. They release these locusts into crop fields, and they destroy everything by eating all the crops. Interestingly, these locusts do not eat the crops grown from BioSyn's own seeds. Cook doesn't care how many people die of hunger. He just wants to take over the entire world's food market. One night, Claire and her colleagues raid an illegal dinosaur breeding farm. They break the locks and start filming the pathetic conditions inside. But it's impossible for just 2 people to handle everything, so their partners also step in to help. However, the sound of their movement tips off the guards, who spot them. Terrified, they run toward a dinosaur cage, and luckily, a few triceratops inside knock the guards down, allowing them to somehow escape. After this incident, Claire's colleagues decide they won't do this anymore, because in their opinion, Claire is taking way too many risks to save dinosaurs without any real plan. On the other hand, Owen is currently practicing racing with a group of dinosaurs. Right now, he, Claire, and the cloned girl, Maisie, are living together in a secluded dinosaur conservation area. They live there with several other Parasaurolophus dinosaurs. Their daily routine involves chopping wood and taking care of the dinosaurs. They are hiding here away from the public eye because people in the outside world are looking for Maisie. Since Maisie's DNA is modified, her scientific value is extremely high, and scientists want to capture her to conduct research in a lab. But Maisie is now a teenage, and she absolutely hates this isolated forest. She wants to go outside. This leads to frequent arguments with Owen. And where there's Owen, his pet raptor, Blue, is bound to be there, right? But this time, Blue isn't alone. She's with her small baby, who was born just a short while ago. Suddenly, one day, a group of hunters sets a trap and captures Blue's baby, and at the same time, they kidnap Maisie while she's out exploring. Owen gets the news and arrives immediately, but since he has no weapons, he can't take them on. He runs home to grab his gear, but when he returns, he finds Blue standing at the door. Her baby is gone. Owen looks into Blue's eyes and promises, "I'll bring her back. I give you my word." Hearing this, Blue heads back into the forest. Later, Owen and Claire start searching with the help of a friend. They find out that a trafficker named Rain is behind this. They then meet up with another friend, Barry. Barry now works as a CIA agent and catches illegal dinosaur traffickers. Barry takes them to the local area's largest dinosaur black market. The place is like hell for dinosaurs. Here, they make dinosaurs fight, sell the babies, and even barbecue dinosaur meat. During their search, Claire meets a black woman who is a pilot. Claire shows her a picture of Maisie. Fortunately, the woman has seen Maisie because she was the one who transported Blue's baby on her plane, but she doesn't give many details. Meanwhile, Owen finds the trafficker Rain. Rain is there to make a dangerous deal. He's selling a pack of Atroraptors, vicious killer dinosaurs, to a buyer. These dinosaurs have been trained so that they will attack whoever is marked with a laser light. Just as their deal is about to close, CIA agents raid the place. A massive shootout breaks out between the two sides.
Seeing an opportunity, Rain tries to flee, but Owen chases after him. Their cat and mouse chase tears through the entire market. When Rain realizes he can't escape, he opens the cages and releases some ferocious dinosaurs, but he soon realizes what a huge mistake that was. Owen slides to avoid a dinosaur attack and knocks Rain down. They get into a fist fight, and Owen beats him to the ground. Right then, two released dinosaurs come and bite down on both of Rain's arms. Owen asks him where Maisie is. Rain, groaning in pain, says he delivered Maisie to a woman named Santos, the woman in the white outfit. No sooner are the words out of his mouth than a massive dinosaur comes and swallows Rain whole. Meanwhile, Santos releases her pet killer dinosaurs and marks the agents with lasers. In an instant, the dinosaurs start tearing everyone apart. Santos calls her boss to report everything, but as soon as she hangs up, Claire stands before her. When Santos tries to attack, Claire hits her with an electric shock. Santos is forced to reveal that Maisie has been sent to the BioSyn company. Just then, a killer dinosaur arrives. Santos marks Claire with the laser. Now the dinosaur starts chasing Claire like crazy. Claire runs for her life and jumps off a roof, landing right onto a truck below. The driver of that truck was that pilot girl, Kayla. Kayla saves Claire and says she will take them to the BioSyn company in her plane. Owen gets the word and takes off on his motorcycle to catch up with the plane, but the laser-guided dinosaurs are chasing him too. A terrifying chase begins through the city's narrow alley. Owen somehow evades the dinosaurs and reaches the plane. As the plane picks up speed on the runway to take off, Owen ditches his bike at the last second and leaps into the aircraft. Meanwhile, the famous dinosaur expert, Dr. Ellie Sattler, visits her old friend, Dr. Alan Grant. She didn't just go there to catch up. She brought along one of those giant mutant locusts. She shows Grant that this locust's genes contain prehistoric DNA. Ellie suspects that BioSyn created these locusts because they are eating every crop except BioSyn. To uncover the truth, Ellie wants to sneak into the BioSyn lab and get a DNA sample of the locust. She asks for Grant's help. Luckily, there's an exhibition going on at BioSyn, and Ellie has an invitation. Grant agrees. The two of them arrive there by plane. They are welcomed by an employee named Ramsey. They see dinosaurs grazing in a massive valley. Ramsey explains that they've planted special trees for the herbivores and released plenty of deer for the carnivores. Also, every dinosaur has a chip implanted so they don't get out of control. Then they meet the CEO of BioSyn, Cook. Cook arrogantly claims they are using dinosaur genes to create cures for terminal diseases. Afterward, they listen to a lecture by their old friend, Dr. Ian Malcolm. After the meeting, Ellie and Grant tell Malcolm everything. Malcolm agrees to help them. He secretly hands Ellie a key and hints that the laboratory is underground. Inside the lab, Dr. Wu is explaining to Maisie that she isn't just an ordinary clone. Maisie's mother, Charlotte, carried Maisie in her own womb and modified Maisie's genes to cure her hereditary disease. Dr. Wu now wants to use Maisie and Blue's baby's DNA to fix the mistake he made with the locusts so that the world isn't destroyed. But CEO Cook doesn't want to hear it. He only cares about money. Meanwhile, Grant and Ellie put on special suits and sneak into the lab. Just as they grab the locust DNA sample, Maisie takes the opportunity to release Blue's baby and tries to escape herself. This triggers the alarm. All the locusts in the lab get loose. Grant and Ellie somehow crawl out of the lab, and right as they are escaping, they run into Maisie. Now the three of them start running together. Back in the sky, Cook's people spot Claire and Owen's plane. Cook orders them to shut down the aerial defense system. As a result, a massive flying dinosaur, a Quetzalcoatlus, attacks the plane. The dinosaur destroys the plane's wing and engine. Seeing that the plane is going to crash, Kayla puts the only parachute on Claire and pushes her further out. Owen and Kayla then crash land with the plane onto the ice. Meanwhile, as Ellie and Grant are exiting the lab, they run right into Ramsey. They get scared, but Ramsey reassures them, saying, "Don't be afraid, I'm here to help you." Afterward, Ramsey arranges for them to escape secretly in a truck. On the other hand, while our heroine Claire didn't end up as dinosaur food, she gets stuck hanging from a tree branch while descending in her parachute. Right then, a strange dinosaur appears, the Therizinosaurus, which has claws as long as swords. The good news is that this dinosaur has poor eyesight, so it doesn't spot Claire hanging from the tree. However, luck was not on the side of a helpless deer wandering nearby. The Therizinosaurus sends the deer flying with a single swipe of its claws. Taking this chance, Claire unbuckles her harness, climbs down, and tries to crawl away right under the dinosaur's feet. But as soon as she steps into a pond, the dinosaur hears the splash. Terrified, Claire submerges herself underwater and holds her breath. The dinosaur waits for a moment, and after hearing no more noise, it eventually leaves. Claire manages to survive for the time being.
At the same time, Owen and Kayla somehow make it out of the crashed plane, but trouble doesn't stop following. While walking across the ice, they are chased by a pyroraptor. This dinosaur can actually swim underwater. It breaks through the ice and attacks them from beneath the water. Owen almost loses his life, but Kayla pulls him to safety. They then run into an elevator and narrowly escape with their lives. After exiting the elevator, they start searching for Claire. They find Claire's parachute seat, but seeing pools of blood there, they are scared to death. They fear Claire might be dead. However, after looking closely, they realize it's actually the blood of that dead deer. Right then, lured by the scent of blood, the true hero of Jurassic Park arrives, the T-Rex. Just as the T-Rex is about to eat the deer, the main villain of the movie makes its entry, the Giganotosaurus. The T-Rex realizes it can't win this fight with brute force, so it abandons the food and leaves, while the Giganotosaurus takes the meal like a king. Night falls. Claire sees a light, but the venom-spitting Dilophosaurus appears right in front of her. Just as it's about to spit its venom, Owen arrives and grabs the dinosaur by the throat, and Kayla knocks it unconscious with an electric shock. Meanwhile, the villain Cook discovers that Dr. Malcolm helped Ellie's team. He fires Malcolm on the spot. Cook wants to kill them all, so he traps them in a dark cave. But Cook didn't know that his assistant, Ramsey, was actually a good person. Ramsey secretly hacks the system to open the doors, and they all escape the cave. To destroy all evidence of his crimes, Cook orders the lab to burn all the locusts. However, these mutant locusts are so strong that they fly out of the lab and spread into the forest while still on fire. It looked as if fire was raining from the sky. As a result, a massive fire breaks out across the entire forest. Malcolm was trying to escape in a car, but due to the fire, he loses control and the car crashes into a ravine. Fortunately, Malcolm lands right in front of Owen and Claire, and just like that, the heroes of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are all in one place for the first time. But there's no time to talk because that massive Giganotosaurus reappears. Everyone hides behind the cars, but the dinosaur spots them. Maisie tries to climb a ladder to get away, but the dinosaur tries to snap her up. Malcolm does something heroic to save everyone. He takes a burning locust like a torch and throws it right into the dinosaur's mouth. The dinosaur gets distracted, and taking this chance, everyone runs inside the control room, but the dinosaur tries to break through the window to get in. Kayla shoots it, and Claire hits it with an electric shock, causing the dinosaur to flee in pain. Meanwhile, seeing the forest fire headed toward the lab, Cook orders everyone to evacuate. Kayla mentions there's a helicopter on the roof they can use to escape, but to do that, they have to turn on the aerial deterrent system so the flying dinosaurs don't attack. However, it's not working because the power is off, so they split into teams. Ellie and Claire go to turn on the main power. Owen, Grant, and Maisie go to rescue Blue's baby, Beta. After crossing all the obstacles, they successfully turn on the power and rescue Beta. Right then, Dr. Wu comes to them to apologize and promises that he will solve the locust problem and save the world by researching Maisie's blood. Maisie chooses to trust him and agrees. Meanwhile, the sinful Cook gets stuck in a hyperloop tunnel while trying to escape alone. There, he is surrounded by a pack of Dilophosaurus. His journey ends right then and there.
Everyone is ready to board the helicopter, but just then, the T-Rex blocks their path. But the T-Rex hasn't come to eat them. Its target was its old enemy, the Giganotosaurus. A massive battle begins between the two giants, but since the Giganotosaurus is much stronger, it slams the T-Rex to the ground. It looked as if the T-Rex was dead. Then, Kayla uses her head and fires a flare gun, which lands near the Therizinosaurus. The Giganotosaurus now moves to attack the Therizinosaurus. At that exact moment, the T-Rex regains consciousness and uses its remaining strength to shove the Giganotosaurus. The Giganotosaurus falls right onto the sword-like claws of the Therizinosaurus. The body of the Giganotosaurus is impaled. The largest carnivore in the history is gone from the face of the earth. At the end of the story, everyone returns home safely by helicopter. A lawsuit is filed against the BioSyn company, and their territory is declared a sanctuary for dinosaurs. Dr. Wu keeps his word and restores the balance of nature by destroying the locusts. And Owen, he keeps his promise. He returns Blue's baby, Beta, to Blue in the forest. Blue looks at Owen one last time with her baby and disappears into the woods. Humans and dinosaurs now learn to adapt and live together on this planet. The movie Jurassic World Dominion ends here. This movie basically played with our nostalgia by bringing the original Jurassic Park actors together with the new cast. The visual effects and sound were fantastic, earning it a 5.6 rating on IMDb. Although many have questions about the depth of the story, the final dinosaur fight scene was worth every penny. Which dinosaur do you think is the strongest? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, as your support motivates us to make the next one. Subscribe to stay with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.